What's up, guys? Today we're talking Mountaintop, and more specifically the loadout that I used to get those pesky double kills and calculated trajectory medals, which to me was the most time consuming and honestly frustrating part of this frickin' quest from Shaxx. I've seen a lot of videos getting posted on YouTube lately of different loadouts people used to get Mountaintop, and I tried most of them, if not all of them, and none of them work for me. And if you're watching this video, that means they probably didn't work for you either. So I've got a loadout that doesn't hamstring you with 3 grenade launchers. You're still a viable player in Crucible. You're not holding your team back. You will end up playing probably a little passive to make sure you're alive, but this loadout helps you stay alive, and survivability is probably the most important thing when trying to get calculated trajectory medals. The main component of this entire loadout is using bottom tree Stormcaller. We're going with bottom tree instead of top tree because we get the Arc Soul every time we drop down a rift. There's an added benefit of every time you heal a teammate in your rift, the rift energy recharges faster, so you can throw down more rifts per match, but the real reason we're using it is for the Arc Soul. For weapons, I don't have Malicious Birthright, so my kinetic slot was used for cleanup kills when I didn't get the one-hit KO with my grenade launcher. So for me, I ended up using Ace of Spades, Thorn, Last Word, even Crimson sometimes. Whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. It's not as important as the grenade launcher. Just use what you're comfortable with to clean up kills. As far as grenade launcher choice goes, you can use Fighting Lion. I found it less consistent than the Orwing's Maul that I have. Orwing's Maul does use special ammo though, so you got to make sure you have grenade launcher scavenger perks on. In the heavy slot, you're going to want a grenade launcher, preferably with Rampage on it. If you didn't use Fighting Lion or an exotic in the kinetic slot, you can always throw on Colony. Most people at this point know how to avoid it, but if you get people not paying attention, you can get team wipes, double kills pretty easy. Looking over at the armor selection, you're going to want to use Getaway Artist, and if you played during the Revelry, you probably remember that because holding down L2 converts your grenade into a supercharged Arc Soul. This Arc Soul lasts for 20 seconds. It's more aggressive than the one that you get with the Rift, and every time you run through a Rift, it will recharge that 20-second timer. You can essentially have an Arc Soul with you the entire match if you play your cards right. I got lucky with my roll on these. I got Grenade Launcher Scavenger, so that's perfect for this build. Got this little ornament that I think is pretty cool. I have a mobility mod on mine. I would probably switch that out for ordnance mods if you got extra. In fact, you're going to want ordnance mods on everything. The more ordnance mods reduces the cooldown time on your grenade, and you're going to be able to pop that Arc Soul, like I said, pretty consistently. You might be able to have it the entire match if you do everything correctly and you're not dying right after you use it. With all that out of the way, let's talk about why this build works. So if you're like me, you've tried using the Titan Rally Barricade, you've used Lunafaction Boots, Well of Radiance. I've seen that all over the place, and apparently it works for people, and if it's working for you, awesome, keep going for it. But it didn't work for me. I found that standing stationary, I was just dying too often. I wasn't getting the calculated trajectory medals. I wasn't able to finish off opponents consistently. They would always back away, run behind cover, and I couldn't finish off the kills with the grenade launcher. And this is where I found the biggest benefit in having the Arc Soul with you. You don't have to be stationary to use this. You can move around, play aggressive, catch your enemies out of position, surprise them. The Arc Soul's doing damage, priming them before you even fire your first grenade launcher shot, and hopefully that grenade launcher is now going to get that kill in one shot. Now sometimes this can backfire and the Arc Soul's going to steal that kill from you, but hey, they're dead, you're alive, and you can move on to the next battle. In the background gameplay, you're going to see me jumping around a lot, using a lot of my vertical space, staying very active, running behind cover, even jumping away from fights. And that's how I managed to stay alive as long as I did. You're going to have to change up your playstyle a little bit. You're going to have to stay more mobile. You're going to have to use your vertical space. and for this quest, I think it's totally worth it. Mountaintop is an amazing gun. It's great in PvP, but even better in PvE. So if you're a PvE player, I highly recommend going out for it. It's really worth it. I know it's going to be frustrating, it's going to take forever, and you're going to want to quit a whole bunch of times. But don't. Stay strong, you got this, and finish up that quest. I'm going to let the gameplay finish out in the background. If you found this video helpful, a like would be very appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and if you have any suggestions on a video I should do next, drop them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much, and have an awesome day.